We have made it to the final round of the 2025 PDGA US Women's Disc Golf Championship, presented by Discraft here in Wisconsin. Another PDGA Major. Thanks to all of our Patreon supporters. As always, I'm Derek. This is Chris. We've been hanging out with you all weekend. This commentary is weighed by Marshall Street. Big shout out to them for the support. What's going on, Chris?
Dude, I don't know what happened, but it got hot this weekend. Major heat wave coming through. Shout out to Lighthouse Inn.
Which is about 10 degrees cooler over here.
Yeah, the cool city.
So
really nice. So this is it. Everyone is in striking distance for this win. Kayla makes her way back onto our coverage after a great round on moving day. And even Chase Card has a chance. It's Kylie and Brooke. And at this Rolling Ridge course, it is tight. There's a lot of trees, very technical, and a lot of strokes to be had.
Yeah, as we take a look here on hole 1, 326 feet par 3, a lot of rolling hills, OB, all along that right side and kind of wrapping around as well. It can get tricky.
Virginia from Missouri.
So Virginia was able to keep the lead during moving day at the end of round 2. So she's been in the lead for quite a bit now. Trying to take down another major. At this point, probably have to turn to the back of the page of how many majors she's starting to grab.
Yeah, seriously.
It's fun filming Brianna in round 3. Only one stroke off of the lead.
Really solid, flat, stable drive.
I like 4-rounders with no cut as well. At least in this division. I don't know if there was any in the women's or the FPO I haven't checked.
Kayla from Pennsylvania.
Had the right height on it, just that one in the middle, which is very easy to find here. Really, your best plan of action is lower speed disc that's got a little bite at the end of it from a righty backhand perspective.
Yeah, this is a pretty tricky hole to start. Not a lot of birdies to be had on this hole. Should be okay with getting par here because there's a lot of the field taking bogey or worse. That's a great shot there from Brianna. She's looking at a very easy 3 to start her round. Kayla still has a tester, and that's for bogey.
We saw a lot of action on the mound here for day 3, as we kind of see a lot of rollaways potential here at this course.
Yeah, seriously.
So always something to keep in mind for all these players as they battle it out here.
And the wind was just as windy as day 3. So both days here at the Ridge has been really tough, especially when you head out into the open, as we're going to see on hole 2.
Not to mention the heat was still very much in play. Only maybe a couple degrees cooler than round 3.
So we're going to move into hole 2, par 4, 416. We have OB on the right. OB comes up pretty quick on the left there, as well as behind the basket. Pitched up on that hillside there. Sets up for that rollaway you were just talking about. As Virginia wanted that to kind of get over left. It was starting to push too far right.
Yeah, the gust came a little swirly there and cut out a lot of distance compared to her previous round here. And a very unfortunate OB stroke here for Brianna. It's easy to get if you don't kind of get enough height here, which Annika playing a little into the height as well, but does make it clear over. And I like this a lot.
That's a great shot after taking the double there for Kayla.
Great recovery shot.
All right.
Checked up just in time.
With that win, I would expect a layup. Just be okay with her bogey as Annika puts a
Amazing.
great approach on this. Nice and straight.
I think maybe a little nerves from approaching this green earlier.
Yeah, she did find OB in round 3. As Kayla finds a spot that we didn't see in the previous round, she goes over to the right, and it kind of does drop off over there. The OB is kind of close, but she's not in any danger. But we'll see if she has a putt.
Honest bid given the wind there from Virginia. Oh, whoa.
And she's out.
Such a risky thing. It was probably a headwind from that position, too, by just how vertical the disc stayed. Just a casual birdie there for Annika.
Yes, this was the second easiest hole. I kind of expected a 416 par 4 for these ladies. As long as you can handle the wind. So that was an elevator putt. There for Kayla.
All right, the par 5 here on the third, 726 feet. First shot really is to just get it out there. You don't want to go too far left because of the OB. However, the left side does leave it way more open for this downhill approach into the green. OB goes all along that left side. So up near the green as well, it's very tight on that left.
Annika over there to the right, but should not be an issue. That should be just fine there for Virginia. As she rattled off a lot of pars in round 3 at the beginning of her round. The crazy thing is for Kayla, she was speaking about her round 3. She didn't get a par until hole 14.
Yeah, that's
So talk
wild.
about a roller coaster of a round. So the fact that she has a par on hole 2 already, I think she's settled down a little.
Something else that we didn't really notate during round 3 filming, we did overhear that Brianna played these courses blind. So this is actually the first time playing any of the courses more than once.
Wow. Great shot there. Just hanging around the short pin. This is pretty similar. Just about the same.
Oh, playing the boundary there a little, but it did stick. Green
Making
is
us-
good.
Making our spotter dance a little. Shout out all the sponsors and staff for this event.
Okay, I think you're fine there. I think you're okay.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, that seems pretty traditional that you're going to kind of get down there.
I think that's perfect. That's gold.
Good shot there from Brianna. Chance for a bounce back.
Yeah.
Keep turning. It didn't really flip up at all.
You're good. There you go.
Yeah, and that OB does come up pretty quick over there. I found it playing my own round. As this is just
Beaut.
Girl.
What a beaut.
took the words right out of my mouth. So it's going to be an easy birdie for Kayla.
Get it.
Wow.
Ooh. It's a good looking putt as well. Everybody seems to be pretty online with their intention here, so that's good to see. And the bounce back that you had mentioned, we got it.
Yeah, we got 2 bounce backs already. We're only through 3 holes. As this had really good scoring variety. So we saw 12% birdies, 44% pars, 30% bogeys, and then 14 worse than that. So I would say good separation across the board, middle of the pack hole.
It's a hole that gives you a lot of options as well, if you know how to shoot placement golf.
Yeah.
Great. Kayla, that was so well played.
Having a PDGA membership is one of the best ways to engage and compete with your local disc golf community. Being an active member gives you access to thousands of sanctioned events and leagues around the world. From local events to majors, there's an event out there for you. So sign up and join the over 100,000 active members today. Visit pdga.com/join to learn more, and we'll see you out on the course.
All right, we're heading back into the woods. Hole 4, par 3, 273 feet. A lot of guardian trees here near this basket. We're at the middle basket at the pyramid here. Just a nice committed hyzer shot, I think. Just missed a couple trees near the end. This Kayla's going to be probably 20, 25 or so.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, it seems to just thread the needle as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably circle's edge. This is nice and committed and low. Only thing is there's so many roots on this hole in particular that there's a good chance that you're not going to get any ground play.
This is where it starts to get pretty spongy as well. So when it hits, it kind of sticks. So not really many options for the ground play. Really, it's against your odds.
Ooh. Air ball is not good on this hole.
Solid.
And
Super committed putt.
Yeah, that is a great birdie from Brianna. That was one of 2 birdies. Shout out Juliana Schick for grabbing the other one.
And after the bogey, looks like Brianna is heating up.
Ooh. Yeah, I felt like the pace of play was a little better today as well. Just across the field and our card, where we were hitting backups pretty early in the round. We were smooth sailing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it did feel nice to rattle a couple holes off. It's never fun playing or filming and having to stop.
Yeah, for sure. Let's dig into hole 5, 320 feet, par 3. Honestly, I think the safest play, again, much like hole 1, something that's not going to push too far straight before it starts fading, so that you can really hook around that corner. You can play it tighter, but then you run the risk of maybe skipping into the wood line. So if you play a little bit more on that outside, it gives you much more of an opening.
And that is absolute jail. It's kind of the one spot you don't want to go.
Annika
can't
going
really-
the more inside route. finding that woods as well.
It's tough to say if they'll really have a look from there. That might just be pitch out territory, as if he has a good shot, just no ground play. It's looking like Brianna's probably going to give that birdie right back. Sitting 3, and she's not even in circle 2. But
Look at that.
good approach there. She'll take her medicine and take her 4.
The green here is a little on the fast side. It's a little bit like more like the pine needle, but still a lot of those roots that you had mentioned early.
It's kind of luck of the draw, you know. Catch a root or slide on some pine needles and go 30 long.
Get up.
It was a good bid for par. And par, even par is good here. I mean, this hole was the 6th most difficult. So it's a good birdie there from Kayla. She did pitch out of those woods. 0 birdies. So we had an empty nest. And that's across the field. It's also a bogey frame.
We don't see those too often.
No, tough hole here. Hole 5. Hole 6, though, definitely gettable at 291, par 3. A nice left to right. And we have this basket right near this tree, and rollaway's potential here as well. Sloping on the backside.
Ooh, a little tree love there in the right direction. Wow. That got real skinny over by, looks like the staircase there. That needs to stay off the tree. It does.
So Annika over there on that left side. Could get a little tricky over there.
Well, good thing for the cut roll positions Virginia right in the middle.
Yeah, that's a tough angle because right behind the basket is a big drop off. Wow.
What a bid.
Yeah, I didn't even know she smacked the top of the basket like that. That would have been an incredible birdie. Pretty routine there.
Oh, all right. Stayed top side.
Ooh.
There is red paint marking, which does indicate mandatory relief.
So we saw 1 birdie on the day on this one. Shout out Anna Mills, grabbing the only 2.
Wow. Anna, let us know in the comments where you threw that from. Was it just a mash of a drive, or was it a big putt?
Yeah, did you almost do what Brianna just did? Couple pars and a couple bogeys. So these scores are getting tight.
Now, Dan, let's meet our women's finalists.
How hard did she throw that?
I mean, the women's division is getting a lot tougher.
She's not holding back. Nope.
Good round, ladies.
All right, hole 7, downhill, 397, par 3. A lot of trees to miss. Easy shot would be, or the most standard stock shot, hyzer for the righties. Honestly, a mid-range should get you right down to the mouth exiting the woods.
Yeah, this is definitely a 2-shot hole, I would say, for these ladies. I don't think anyone's really going to get there.
No, the shape is a little tough for that.
Yeah.
Because you can't quite get the height that you need for that either. Which, this is just absolutely bonkers.
Sick. Wow. Brianna looking at a pretty easy par if she could just get up and down. She did the hard part.
Seems like Brianna has like a ultimate style.
Possibly, yeah. Some ultimate back in the day, possibly.
She's very smooth.
Yeah, I love seeing players transition from ultimate to disc golf.
I feel like she was the player that would make the pull, like the kickoff, you know?
Yeah.
A little shrubbage here for Virginia.
Yeah, she's not making it easy for herself as now she's sitting 4. About circle 2.
Yeah, the grass just eating it up.
Oh, no.
Slightly offline.
Oh, that's got to
an otherwise perfectly positioned drive.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than throwing a shot that's sometimes too good that I've never thrown from there.
Yeah.
But I mean, in Brianna's case, she's only ever thrown one shot from over there anyway.
Yeah, I still can't believe just attacking this course blind like that. Sticking on to lead card for final round. Like that's...
What's the difficulty of this hole, you think?
Well, for me, it was terrible. I also tried to risk it by going Brianna's route. I would say it's par. You should be playing it for par.
Yeah, and the field tried. There was not many of them, as this was the hardest hole on the day. Coming in at 4.14. So an entire stroke, 1.14 over par.
Wow.
As we see here, 0 birdies and only a handful of pars. 8 pars by the entire field. So, I think this one's called Get Lucky.
And you can see why.
Yeah. All right, hole 8, 277. I love this hole.
I do too.
It's a good right to left. You can throw it straight, kind of right towards 9 long tee pad and still have a pretty long look. You can also kind of go a little more overstable, a little more direct. Just let the disc do the work and finish. As Kayla's going to kind of do a little bit of both and find herself in the middle.
I mentioned this before, but that backstop to kind of protect 9's tee area, you can really use that as a backstop overall. Like, you can prevent yourself from going too far straight, maybe even kick ricochet back closer to the center of the fairway. But playing it just short of that is ideal. Ooh, that's a little low. That's dangerous, but it does make it.
Well, that just flips up a little bit, and that's kind of where she...
maybe a little more pinched than
Yeah.
the previous round.
Good approach in this wind.
Kind of surprised we didn't see a forehand from her. It's kind of the distance she's been really attacking with.
Oh, buckets.
Nice.
Good bounce back there for Kayla. She was one of 2 birdies on the day.
Sick.
Gaining a stroke from Brianna here. Haley Elam, It's the other birdie on the day. Virginia taking her time going through a routine. Can't take any strokes for granted. Final day. Especially when you're tied for the lead.
All right, round out our front nine here on the final day. 421 foot par 4, slightly uphill, turning right to left. Kind of a corridor that you have to go down, but there are like 2 lines. So I think that this is very much a placement shot. It's a tough one to film too, if I'm being honest. Usually if that's the case, it's a pretty tight gap off the tee.
Yeah. This looks... Oh, man.
Yeah, it's really
Why is that
easy.
inside gap?
Yeah, it's easy to be pinched off here.
A little low for Monica, but looks like she stayed center cut. Par is still in play.
Big old skip. Stays.
Yeah,
curls around that tree.
That should be just fine.
Wow.
Man, she throws so far. And again, fighting for par. I think definitely still in the mix here.
Great recovery shot. You can stay with 5.
Dang, almost perfectly clean.
Yeah, now Kayla with a long look for par. See how aggressive she gets.
Nice shot.
What a shot.
Yeah. 30 long of the basket. Putting for birdie, I believe.
What a laser beam on that one, too.
Another one about 30 long.
No way, girl. Great.
There's that forehand you were talking about. Checks up. Well within her range. Shouldn't be an issue.
Oh, little footing issue, I think.
Yeah, weird angle, too. Trying to do like kind of like a patent pending
Like a
around that
contortionist
tree.
or something.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh,
Forehand bid turns into roll away.
It's now the second one. She had the one on hole 6. Now she has this one. This one, though, she does save her par. Her putter has been pretty good so far today.
I'm not sure I'd have made the par after seeing the roll away like that. So kudos to her.
So this was the second hardest hole. 1 stroke over par, and Derek, I'm afraid to say we had another empty nester. So 0 birdies on the day. Very, very challenging hole. About 50% of the field taking bogey.
This course has teeth.
Yeah, so I would say our lead card actually played under that. Pretty good. So that's going to finish us out here on the front 9 of the final round of the 2025 U.S. Women's Disc Golf Championships, presented by Discraft. It's been a pleasure being here in Wisconsin. I can't wait to close this out with you as we have a race. Even Kayla hanging around only 4 strokes out of the lead. That's going to be it for us. Shout out Lighthouse Inn here in 2 Rivers, helping make this coverage possible.
Absolutely. And thank you to each and every one of you who are tuning in. If you'd like to consider supporting these videos, head on over to patreon.com/gatekeepermedia. We got a bunch of things that may tickle your fancy. So see you there, and we'll see you on the back 9.